So Gremlins tells the story of a bunch of small little creatures teaming up together and causing mayhem on a town, all on Christmas Eve. So guys, Gremlins. Now, I said I was going to get this video out the same day I got my Friday 13th box set review video out, but, you know, Christmas really isn't over until the day after New Year's Day, or, yeah, and plus I just got lazy. Alright, so, Gremlins. Now, Gremlins. This is a Christmas horror movie. I'm gonna review the second movie after Christmas, so after New Year's Day. So, because the second movie isn't like a Christmas movie, but I'll review that after Christmas. Okay. Gremlins. Now, this is the first PG-13 horror movie. This is kind of the movie that inspired the rating. This and Indiana Jones Temple of Doom also inspired the PG-13 rating. Because when this was showed to the MPAA, they realized, wait a minute, this movie is not good enough to get a PG. There's like gremlins being put in the microwave and exploding, and pretty not graphic, but pretty cryptic stuff in Gremlins. So they said, well, we'll just make it that instead of a PG or an R rating, we'll make it PG-13, so a new rating was born. Is that E.T. in there? Yeah. Yeah, I think it is. But starting off with my positives for this movie, like I said before, even though it is a PG-13, this is PG-13 horror done right. You don't have to show gore or anything, but you make it still pretty cryptic, that the kids that are going there, they're not expecting to see like a nice movie, like regular PG movie. There's still some cryptic stuff in there to meet the horror end of things, and there is some pretty cryptic stuff in Gremlins. Even though the body count is like maybe like 3, there's only 3 people that die in this movie. That I counted. Really, I think there's 2, but if you count like the Santa Claus, there's 3. Actually, no, the body count is actually like 5, because, well, even though the guy and his wife, they're in part 2, if you just take it as this movie alone, because I don't think they're in the end. They probably died. Actually, no, maybe not. You know, with the tractor breaking through the house. I don't remember them being in the end. I watched this movie again like 2 days ago. I don't remember that. But it very well could be. He might have said something like, oh, he's in the hospital or something. I don't know. The old lady, Mrs. Deagle, flying out the window, and like the teacher getting like a syringe stuck in him, and he's being killed with the syringe. That's pretty cryptic, and lots of shit like that, which is really cool for a PG-13 movie. Even the stuff that Stripe and his gremlins are like taunting Gizmo, like throwing darts at the wall at him. That's pretty extreme for PG-13. On to my next positive now. It's a Christmas horror movie, but it's not like Silent Night, Deadly Night, or Black Christmas. It's like for everybody. Like any kid who, even if they don't like horror movies, they'll if they watch this, they'll love it. Even if they're not horror fans, they'll love it. It's not graphic, that it will gross them out, but it will scare them. So that's pretty cool if you want to get someone into the genre, but they're a little young and you want to start them off slow. Show them this, and they'll probably love it. Gizmo's adorable. He's one of the cutest creatures in horror, and he's not even like bad. He's good, and he makes like and he like sings and stuff. Really cute, really cute, and you actually feel for him a lot when the other gremlins start like taunting him. Before they become gremlins, they're still Mogwai form when they're taunting him.
It's funny, the new ones aren't like Gizmo. The one with the stripes seems to be the leader.
You know what?
What?
I'll bet every kid in America would like to have one of these. They might even replace the dog as the family pet.
You're like, oh man, poor Gizmo, man. Not only Gizmo is cute, like even the other gremlins, like Stripe and stuff, they're really cute also. Like, they're like so evil, but it's like comical, but it's like cute. Like they're causing mayhem, but they're killing people, but it's in a comical way, which makes them cute. It's like they're laughing too, and they're like throwing popcorn in the movie theater while watching Snow White and drinking beer, and you got the Flash Gremlin. All these, it's just hilarious. It's just going crazy over this town on this one night. It's crazy. It's just one heck of a ride. And if you thought they couldn't take it any further, part 2 skyrockets it. So if you like this whole crazy side of this movie, you will love part 2. One of the most iconic scenes in this movie, Mrs. Deagle's death, which that hairpiece is a wig, when she just flies up the stairs and out the window. It's in my intro. She just, like, the gremlins are like playing with her little, I don't know. Listen, she could walk. We could clearly see her like walking real fast at the beginning of the movie. She's not like a little old lady. She's like with a cane. She could walk, so she doesn't need one of those electronical chairs that like take you up the stairs. She could walk, guys. She was like practically running at the beginning of this movie, but they just like toy with it, and it just boom right up the stairs, out the window. Perfect way to kill a witch like that. She was talking about killing the dog. Like, guys, like, alright, the dog, like, broke your Christmas ornaments, but why do you want to kill the dog? What's wrong with her? She got what she deserved. Another thing, speaking of the dog, that scene where they show, like, the dog hung up in Christmas lights by the neck, which is pretty graphic for PG-13, I'm just saying, which is great for this movie. Yes, you question that maybe it was her, even though you know that it was the Gremlins that did it, because you know that it was the Gremlins, but you also think maybe it was her. Like most movies, they try to make, you're like, that's like to trick the characters, but in this case, it also tricks the audience. Like the audience is even questioning, wait, maybe it wasn't the Gremlins, maybe it was Mrs. Deagle, even though we know that it was the Gremlins. Now my negatives. I don't have that much. Now, the 3 rules. Don't get them in sunlight, don't feed them after midnight, and don't get them wet. There's some plot holes there, because, like, sometimes it's like, because, like, towards the end of the movie, like, when Gizmo's running around in the store, like, there's sunlight hitting him, but he doesn't, like, get affected by it, because, well, of course, he's the good guy, and he can't get him affected by it, but it's never explained why. He just doesn't get affected by it. It's never explained. It's just, like, a plot hole there, and also, like, sometimes it's like, if you get a tiny little drop on the Gremlins of water, they could just mutate instantly and give birth and all the eggs come out. But towards the end of the movie, Gizmo falls in water and they're just like, oh, Gizmo, get him out of there real quick before he turns. Towards the beginning movie, you got like a tiny drop on him and he mutated. So there's just small little plot holes like that, which while I'm watching it, I'm just like, ah, God, you know? But really, 5 seconds later, I'm over it. But, like, even the average person, when they see that, they'll be like, wait, didn't this happen? And even in part 2, which I'll discuss in my review, which doesn't apply to this movie, but in part 2, you can see, like, Gizmo running outside New York City towards the beginning, and there's sunlight beating down on him, and it's like, no. But that is going to do it for my review for Gremlins, guys. Overall, this is a funny, creepy, heartwarming story about these mogwais, gremlins, creature things, whatever you want to call them, which they do not explain what these things are. Are they aliens or are they another, like, species of animals? Whatever. Yeah. Great movie. I would give it 9.8 out of 10. 9.8 out of 10. This is definitely, like, top 25 material. Horror movies. Yeah. Could not recommend it enough. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Especially during the holiday season. It fits right, just well. Yeah, that's my review. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what your thoughts down below are. This is just my opinion. If you hate this movie, that's great. Let me know all that good stuff in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe. I have a lot of stuff on this on my channel. A lot of content like this for you to browse through. Yeah, that's my review. Alright, I'll talk to you guys soon.